Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Spirit Guide Mailbox, we're going to see what message Spirit has for us today. So as always, I do set the intention that these videos find those who need them when they need them, but it may not be that the entire message is for you. It may just be a portion of the message. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you feel none of it lines up with you, that's fine. Go find somebody else who does this that does align with you. And I'm not saying that to be being rude. I'm just meaning, sometimes I do watch some of these tarot readers online just to see what they're doing. And some of them I'm like, oh man, this is dead accurate. Like, I understand where this message is coming from. And then others I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And I think it's just with some of them, I'm aligned with that energy that they have, whereas others I'm not. And so if I'm not aligned with you, that's fine. You're doing your thing. Your message is for other people, right? I'm going to focus on the messages that are meant for me. So let's see what message Spirit has for us today, please. Message Spirit has for us today. Ooh, let's see. Please. Oh, too many. Ooh, but we got the Moon and the Lovers. Let's see. There we go. There's a card right there. Okay, reversed. So we got the reversed Ten of Cups. So the reverse Ten of Cups is like having a broken home, feeling disconnected, being misaligned, relationships breaking up, falling apart. So sort of when it's upright, it's like you've reached the pinnacle of this emotional happiness, joy. You've got a partner, you've got kids, you're satisfied. So this way, things are not so good. Things are broken for some reason. So whether that's, you don't have a happy home life, a family life, you don't have good emotional connections, maybe you're just breaking up with your partner, getting a divorce, so this is the kind of thing that can be going on. So right now, the message Spirit has for you is that I see there's issues within your relationships that are going on right now. You've got some disconnections. And this doesn't necessarily have to be in romantic love, family love. It could be even relationships within your work. So maybe you've got some disharmony in work. Maybe you're not getting along with your boss. Maybe you have that coworker that is just bothering you all the time, or you guys just don't see eye to eye, and so it's causing friction, right? So this is just about there's some kind of disharmony, some kind of broken relationships within your social circle, within your relationship circle. So I will pull out the board and we will see what Spirit has to say to us today about our issues with our relationships. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment. As always, I do dub over, so it may sound a little bit different. I will get into my meditation mode and be quiet and start writing when it starts coming to me. Let's see now. Thank you. When there is emotional disharmony within our lives, it can feel like everything is falling apart. Nothing is right. But that is not true. You still have those around you who support you, who you can lean on. But you must reach out for that support and help. When one relationship goes wrong, it does not mean every relationship is wrong. Focus on those relationships that bring joy and peace into your life and cut off the relationships that bring destruction and heartache. It may be sad, it may feel like a loss, but what are you really losing? Nothing. If a relationship does not bring you peace, then losing the relationship will, even if at first there is pain and heartbreak. We all want to be loved and cared for by others, but not all others have the ability to care and love us. Although disappointing, holding onto them will not fix it. It will only bring more pain. Once all negative relationships have been put aside and put in their place, you will have room in your life for the uplifting and positive relationship. Remember, not everyone is able to meet you where you are. You can't change people. You can't make people see the light. They have to walk their own path, as do you. Love, All right, so this is all about that when you have this, emotional disharmony in your life, it can feel like, everything's just falling apart, right? Because I have this one relationship here that's falling apart, whatever it is, whether it's a partner, a parent, a child, a coworker, a friend, my best friend. You're like, man, this whole thing is just falling apart. It's completely broken. I'm not getting any love and support over here. And it just feels like my life is falling apart, but not really. It's really just this relationship over here. Maybe it's a couple relationships over here, right? And so what Spirit is telling you is don't so much focus on those, don't focus at all on those negative relationships. If you have a relationship that's just bringing, oh, look at that just, whoa, that's so crazy, because as soon as I looked down, that's exactly what I saw. That's exactly where my eye went. So, my pen, I got to get new pens. So if you're in a relationship, with whoever that's only bringing you like destruction into your life, heartache, pain, that relationship's not for you, okay? That relationship is not what is meant for you, right? And you need to stop focusing on those relationships that just bring you destruction and heartache, and focus on those relationships that are uplifting, that bring you peace, that bring you joy, that support you. And that may be that you're losing your love partner and you are going to support for your family relationships, or you're going to support for your friend relationships, right? And so it may feel like, oh, I'm losing my partner, my whole life is falling apart. But your life isn't happy here anyways, right? This is not bringing that harmony you want. This is not bringing that emotional fulfillment, that love, that support. And so having this in your life over here is not allowing you to open up to have those better relationships, right? Because you're stuck in this bad relationship. You're not leaving yourself room for those good relationships to come in. So Spirit is saying there's some people we just got to cut off. We got to leave behind. We don't have to be mean at all, right? There's no being mean. It's just this obviously is not making us happy, this relationship. And so it's best if we just part ways, if we just stay separated. Now, of course, that can be hard if it's, say, your mother or your sibling. So maybe you don't completely cut it off, but maybe you just, I'm going to put a distance between us. I'm only going to talk to you once a month. I'm only going to talk to you twice a year, whatever it is, because I need that for my own peace, because this relationship we have is not bringing either one of us peace. Otherwise, we'd both be sitting in joy and we wouldn't be sitting in the destruction and the heartache. And so Spirit is saying we need to put those relationships aside that are not bringing us joy, that aren't bringing us comfort, that aren't supporting us, and focus on those relationships that are supporting us. And when you start focusing on those relationships that are supporting you, you open the door to bring in more loving and supportive relationships, right? And you can't fix people, right? People can only change if people want to change. Just think about how hard it is for you. You're like, oh, I'm going to start running half an hour every day. And then you do it 2 days in a row. And then you're like, oh, I'm too tired. It's too early in the morning. I have a lot going on. And then you don't do it. Okay, that's you in control of you who tried to make a change and it didn't stick. And now you want to go and try and make this person do those changes, and you want it to stick, right? People can only change when they make those choices and when they become dedicated and consistent within those choices, right? So people have to find their own way to the light, and you can't drag them there. You just got to accept they are where they are, and they will get to where they get to when they want to, or when they try, or when they take those steps there, right? You have no control over anybody else, and that's probably the hardest thing we have to learn in life, is that we are only in control of our own behavior. That's something that I work on daily with my children when they're having fights, and then I say, you need to not do this, right? This is inappropriate. And then they say to me, but she did, but he did. And I'm like, yes, they may have done that, but you are only in control of your behavior. No matter what this other person does, you control your behavior. And that's the only thing you're in control of. That's the only thing you should be trying to control. And as long as you keep your behavior the way you want it, you just let other people do what other people are going to do. And it sometimes can be frustrating, right? Like I'm trying to be this whatever, this loving, this supportive, this good friend, and this person over here is just taking advantage and doing whatever they want. You're like, why can't they see the light? They are living their own lives. They have to make their own decisions. They have to come to their own conclusions about how they're going to run their life and how they see things, and you just got to allow that to happen. You got to be able to stay in your own peace, irregardless of what other people are doing. And I know for me, something that's really helped me now in my life is that when I see other people making bad choices or doing things that are very frustrating or aggravating, or quite frankly, I just like to strangle them for, I realize the only reason they're doing that is because they don't have peace, love, and happiness in their heart, right? And if they had peace, love, and happiness in their heart, they wouldn't be acting that way. And so now when I see people that, used to be before would really actually make me angry or frustrated, and I think about it all the time, why are they like this? Why are they doing this? Now I just realize I'm like, no, I feel bad for them. They aren't happy. They don't have the peace, love, and happiness in their heart. And even those people that, may consider enemies or make it, not good people I don't want around me, people I have cut off, I still wish them nothing but peace, love, and happiness, because if they had the peace, love, and happiness, they would be a different person. They would be acting differently. They would be supporting, loving, trying to help people and not be the horrible people they are, right? People are only bad or horrible or whatever in general because they are not at peace. They have they have trauma. They have issues, right? There's always some kind of brain diseases or brain damage that can happen that the people just aren't capable of empathy or whatever. But in general, for most of the population, 99.9% of the population, the reason why they are acting poorly is because they're traumatized and they don't have that peace within themselves. And so whenever I see somebody who's frustrating or angering me, or, I'm like, why can't you just do this? I'm like, I realize it's because they don't have peace in their heart. It's because they don't feel loved. They aren't truly happy. And really, that is the best revenge, right? If you can start looking and seeing that, like that person just screwed me over, but look how they are. I know they are not happy. I know they can't find happiness. That is, let them live in their own horrible world, because that really is kind of the best revenge. And not that I want anybody to have revenge, right? We're only sending out peace, love, and happiness. We're not sending out vengeance at all. But what I'm saying is, you sit in your peace, your love, your happiness, and you send that out to the world, even those who have done you wrong, even those people that are horrible, because you understand they are already in their own version of hell, right? They're living hell on earth. They're already living miserable lives. They're already, have the worst thing that could happen to them. And that's why they're like this and do horrible things to other people. And so I'm going to sit over here in my peace and my love. And I'm going to realize that I have created this bubble around me of harmony within my life. And I'm sending out to everybody else peace and love, hoping that they can find their harmony, because I know if they find their harmony, they're not going to be trying to destroy other people's harmony. So I hope that made sense. This video, I do tend to ramble, but I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness, as I send everybody, and bye for now.